Let's talk TV streaming. We do have a couple of follow-ups for TV streaming. Actually, aside from the rumor mill, TV streaming is the largest section we have today. So our first follow-up in TV streaming is The Space Force. It's a pretty decent series on Netflix. Season 1, you can totally watch every episode right now, and we just got the announcement that season 2 is happening. So I, as somebody with some conservative leanings, I wouldn't say I'm like Republican or anything like that, but I do tend to be a little bit more conservative than some. I honestly appreciate the fact that they didn't go for any of the low-hanging fruit, because there's a lot of obvious jokes that have to do with this subject matter, and they really didn't. I mean, they took some of them, but you kind of have to take some of them. By and large, though, it was just intelligent humor in season 1 that can play to either side of that political divide. So I really am anticipating something great for season 2 as well, because they did such a great job with season 1. So there you go. Next, we were talking, our next follow-up piece is that Fresh Prince reunion that we talked about when it was initially announced months and months ago before COVID. Now we have a final release date. November 19th is the day that we're going to be seeing it. And as kind of an update from the last time we talked about this, we are going to be seeing both actresses that played Aunt Viv in the series. Reportedly, this is the first time that Will Smith has seen the original Aunt Viv actress in approximately 27 years. So it's going to be kind of significant, I would imagine. If you were a fan of The Fresh Prince, it looks like they're doing it on the original set or on a recreation of the original set. I'm super intrigued to see what it is. It's unscripted. They're not in character. It's just kind of them recounting their days and so on and so forth. So let's check it out together on November 19th. That is all of a follow-up section. And then we have news. First up is a show called Moreau. There's a little bit of preamble for this. Gunpowder and Sky is the name of the production company. Actually, it's a subsidiary company of Gunpowder and Sky called Dust that is going to be producing this. They have brought in Zack Stenz, who wrote X-Men: The First Class, as the lead writer on the show. And it's going to be a gender-flipped version of the story that some of us are familiar with. If you're not familiar with it, The Island of Dr. Moreau is based on a story that it was a book, and there was also a stage play. I don't remember which of those comes first. The stage play is a little more comedic. The book is a little more serious. And then it also got turned into a movie. The book did, not the stage play. Because the movie is very, very dark, starring Marlon Brando as Dr. Moreau. So it came out in the 90s, I believe. And it's not bad. It had Fairuza Balk in it. Who doesn't like Fairuza Balk? But it's pretty dark and it's pretty insane. So this is going to be presumably that, only with a female Dr. Moreau and the added element of a billionaire backer. So there's going to be, politics involved, apparently, instead of just a crazy science fiction story, which, I mean, is not necessarily a bad thing. I kind of paint it like that when I talk about it as such, but I don't think that adding a little bit of politics in there is necessarily a bad idea. So that's kind of the big piece that we have right here. And then a real quick side piece that apparently I missed from a month ago, also to do with Gunpowder and Sky, is they're working on a new show called Released, which is an internet version of TRL, which sounds strange. I only read the headline for that because it was a side note in something else. So I just wanted to bring that up, and if that goes anywhere, we'll definitely keep tabs on it. But that's what we have there. I know we had a little aside there for no reason, but next we're talking about DarkWing Duck. So Seth Rogan and his production partner, Evan Goldberg, and then there's a couple other of their sometime production partners involved with this, are on board to produce the new DarkWing Duck series for Disney+. Very interestingly, in the press release, there was no mention if this was going to be the same DarkWing Duck that we are currently seeing in the Ducktales series, or if this is not going to be related to the Ducktales series. Though I would imagine with Disney being, Disney, they want to make a universe, so they want to tie as much stuff together as they can, but it is for kids, so it also wouldn't surprise me if they keep the two separate. That all being said, that's what I've got there. Next, we're moving over to the CW, and we're talking about the new Wonder Girl, which was just announced. Wonder Girl. This is going to be the same version of the character, Yara Flor. Yara Flor? Flour? I'm going to say Flor. Yara Flor. Yara Flor. That's probably right. Anyway, same version of the character, Yara Flor, that was created by Joelle Jones, Brazilian in ancestry. She is the product of an Amazonian woman and a Brazilian god, and so that sounds pretty freaking interesting. I have not read any of the Wonder Girl stuff, but this is also the same version that we're going to be seeing in the Future State storyline that's going to be happening sometime in the near future for DC. So, a lot of tie-in stuff there. It seems maybe Warner Brothers is starting to do a Disney where all of the stuff leads into the other stuff, but probably not because they're not that obsessed with printing their own money at this point, I guess. But it is what it is. That is TV streaming, guys.